Before we hop into the rapid fire, I was going to ask about the enemy AI because you mentioned that they're really crafty, and
Yeah.
it seems like you guys put a lot of time and effort into the AI. And so, how have you evolved the AI for enemies and how they act and stuff from the first game to this game?
They are they are so crafty. We actually, and it's true. We actually had to neuter them for our trailer because they kept
Oh,
like
right.
fucking us up, like a little bit. If we like it was like, because you would be like, oh, this is gonna be this looks so cool, but out of nowhere this dude flanked me, and the whole shot is now ruined, right? So it's like, okay, like they're really smart, and so we put it down to easy to like really make it so like it's like, hey, like I want to be able to show this game as it is, but also the reality of it is that it's so much fun to play with really crafty AI, right? But how do you showcase that in the short amount of time that we have for a trailer? And that then we didn't have the time to be able to put the game is so dense. There's so much in it, right? And so enemy AI in Sprawl Zero is extremely crafty, and we have built it to we have built it not to be a facility of like, for example, F.E.A.R or something like that. Again, it's in service of our game.
Yeah,
How do we make AI that works contextually for Sprawl Zero, right? But we did take inspiration from like F.E.A.R AI is a great example. And like, we did a lot of deep diving into like how they built their systems and why they worked in the context of their game and how can we apply these lessons to ours. I think one of the common complaints of Sprawl 1 was that the AI was, that they weren't clever, right? And the reason for it was because it made sense for that game, right? In a game where you're hypermobile and the tool set and the mechanics for that game, it made more sense for the AI to be simplistic. It was also a 90s inspired shooter. It was different, right? This time around,
so they're more like fodder for the flow state kind of thing.
Exactly. It's more or less. It's like I'm running around, I'm clicking heads, right? And I'm that was that game. But this time around, it's like I'm actively being challenged, right? And I'm being put into these environments where me as a player, I have to make decisions about how I'm going to approach this, right? And I need to, if I need to be careful because if I don't get rid of the captain first, for example, and get those wall hacks that showcase where their squad is, I'm going to get flanked by a dude. And the whole time that it's happening, they're giving each other call outs, right? So they'll say, I'm going to throw a grenade. And they'll throw a grenade. I'll say, I'm going to flank him. I'm going to take his left. Or the demon is pushing us. Like they'll say exactly what's on their mind and then make a decision in that moment. So that allows you as the player to kind of build your counterplay inside of the sandbox and decide how you're going to approach it. And it incentivizes the kind of play that I think we want to see from players. It's one in which they're engaged, right? It's one in which, even though we want player expression to be the core tenet of this game, we want the player expression to be fun. So every part about enemy AI has been designed to function within the framework of Sprawl Zero, right? And to answer and this question in a very neat bow, they are clever. They are clever, and I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised when they actually get their hands on it.
They're extremely coordinated, they sound, yeah. Okay, folks, it's time for our famous burning questions round. Our guest has 3 minutes to answer 3 random questions that we generated from a random question generator that includes 1 trick question for him. And obviously he doesn't know them beforehand. So, Mr. Lizardaga, I can't roll my R's. I can't roll my R's.
Okay. For the viewers at home, it's Lizarraga. If anyone comes up to me at a con and says... If anyone comes up to me at a con and says my name right, I will give you a hug. All right?
Oh, well, you heard that. Free hugs. Free hugs. All you gotta do is watch this episode 1,000 times to get it right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but question 1 then. So, as a developer who spends his life in high-end engines, what's the most primitive piece of technology that you refuse to give up?
Just in general?
In general, yes. In your day-to-day life.
Dude, I got to think about that. What's the most primitive piece of technology I refuse to give up? There has to be something that I could say. I honestly, I don't know, man. I feel like the past like year has been me sitting and staring at the same little corner of the planet, and it's all been computers. And what could I possibly even think of at this point? I feel like my fiance would have a great answer if I asked her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm thinking beyond the fridges and the toasters, you know, which have kind of been the same for 100 years now, but we'll still use them.
Maybe, probably. Look, if I don't even want to know if I want to call this primitive, but I've had just to say something. I use the same damn beard trimmer that I've had since middle school. It still works.
Really?
It still works. Yeah, it's like that. I think it's got a primitive. It's either primitive or it's just things were built different back then and they're a little bit better. And so it's managed to not shit out on me. Yeah. No, it's like 20 years old at this point. Like
none of that planned obsolescence bullshit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it still
Everything
works.
breaks on purpose. Right. Yeah. So, question 2 then. If you were forced to develop the rest of Sprawl Zero powered only by discontinued early 2000 snacks or drinks, we're talking original recipe 4 Loco, Vault Soda, or 3D Doritos. That sounds very American to me. Which one is fueling your final build?
Original recipe 4 Loco. What do you mean? If anyone's got one of those at home, hit me up. Hit me up, dude. I'll be there. I'll be there shortly. Those are legend. Oh my God. Yep. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a great answer.
We don't get them in the UK.
They don't exist. They don't get them anywhere. Those things were fucking bad. They were dangerous.
It's true.
It reminds me of that soda surge that was here for like a couple years. They had to ban it because people were like getting like heart palpitations or heart attacks. Or that was kind of like the urban legend that people were just like going down from just downing it because it had like crazy high, I think even higher than Mountain Dew levels of caffeine and sugar. I remember having it, and it was good, but I guess it was probably too good.
Yeah, and now people just regularly drink energy drinks with 300 milligrams of caffeine per can, they have pre-workouts with like literally 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine per serving. So
listen,
it's all around work as well. Yeah,
I am doing my best
lethal. You take that like too much, you're dead.
I'm doing my best to channel it being a 2000s game developer, you know, and I'm putting myself in the right headspace by doing so. And so I exclusively subsist off of Monster energy drinks and Breaking Benjamin, you know, while I develop Sprawl Zero.
Or I think that's very exclusively Halo, actually.
With shit.
It's all over at work as well. I work part-time in construction. I work part-time in construction, and people literally use leave Monster energy drinks just lying around the place. I'm constantly having to pick them up. It's just anyone that works doing something that requires long mental or physical stuff, that stuff is like, you might as well just shoot yourself up with fucking opiates or something like that. Like, oh, fuck, I'm ready to go, boys. Let's do this. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, nowadays, that's pretty much everybody's like ritual. So,
yeah. So, question 3. After spending years designing a protagonist who can literally sprint across skyscrapers, how much does it personally offend you when you have to use a regular staircase in real life?
Oh, that shit pisses me off. Oh my God. I'm very impatient. And so as I was explaining earlier, I'm downstairs right now in the community room. Right across is the gym, right? I go down there at 7 a.m. every single morning to go work out because if not, I go crazy. But every single time it happens that I'm carrying this stupid thing, this big ass heavy jug of water, and I'm exhausted and I'm walking towards the elevator, and I don't know how it manages to happen. Well, I do. It's the morning. Everyone's going to work. I'm going to the singular elevator in the middle that takes me to my place. And, you know, I hit the button and the thing is on the roof, and then it goes all the way down to the sub garage. And I'm like, I cannot fucking do this. I want to go upstairs. I need to take a piss. I need to do something, you know, like I need to get to work, right? I'm hungry. Yeah. So I take the stairs up, and every time I'm just like, God damn it. It can just be the biggest baby on the planet. So yes, fuck this map. I am personally offended by staircases, specifically at 7 a.m. every single day, because it always happens to me. I get on that elevator to go back to my apartment maybe once a week if I'm lucky.